Hi, my name is Thais Gibson, and I'm the co-owner and creator of the Personal Development School. This is your daily breakthrough video, and in this video, I'm going to talk to you a little bit about some of the characteristics of the power struggle phase in a relationship. So this is your way of sort of like finding out whether you're in the power struggle phase, or maybe if the person's just not that interested or involved in the relationship and they're starting to withdraw. And so in this video, I'm going to take you through and really help you identify like some of the key patterns, and then a little bit about what you can do. We are launching a 7-day free trial upcoming on April 21st until May 5th for anybody in the YouTube channel specifically who has wanted to try the school, hasn't had a chance, isn't sure what's inside, wants to go check it out. You have a 7-day risk-free free trial. There's even still a money back guarantee because we just have such great engagement, and people stick for so long inside the personal development school and have so much success with the product. So we feel really comfortable doing that. But you can check that all out, and I will put a link in the description box below to both. But here are some really key patterns that you can really take a look at. Okay, so first and foremost, the power struggle phase of a relationship is a consecutive phase, and there's a purpose and there's reasons that we go through the power struggle phase. We start off in like the dating phase of a relationship, and then we progress into the honeymoon phase, followed by the power struggle phase. And the power struggle phase has a really important rite of passage, which is, it's what takes love from this sort of surface level infatuation, dating kind of attraction, and sort of deepens that bond if done correctly. And why this happens is what the power struggle is there to teach us is how to love more unconditionally. It's all about like, can we drop our masks? Can we show our flaws? Can we talk about our needs? Can we actually resolve and work through conflict patterns in a relationship? And in doing so, when we learn to be more vulnerable and open up and share ourselves and our fears and do all that inner work, we then get the opportunity to bond more deeply to another person. And that actually helps progress the relationship further into the stability and then commitment phases. And when we learn to love somebody for their deeper parts, it's really moving us towards a more unconditional type of love. And then eventually, after the stability and commitment phase, we get to the bliss phase of a relationship. So the power struggle phase usually starts happening, at a very, very minimum around a year of being in a relationship together. But that includes the dating part of that relationship. So not necessarily like an exclusive relationship, but where you've like known the person. And it can take place, up until around the 2-year mark. But this can actually be a phase of a relationship that lasts for decades. Like I've seen people literally who come into my office when I was, running my practice full time, and they had been in the power struggle phase for 20 years. So it's not uncommon that that happens. And when we get stuck there, relationships become very tumultuous, very challenging. We feel like we are in a lot of resistance. And this is also the phase where people tend to cheat the most in relationships, specifically for the reason that when we feel like our needs are not getting met by our loved ones, the subconscious mind is a needs meeting machine. So it's designed to start looking for its needs in other places, which in this case can be outside of the relationship dynamic. And so when we can learn how to navigate the power struggle phase effectively and talk about our needs and get our needs met from one another and be vulnerable and open and share and use conflict resolution tools and move through things, we really reduce the risk of just challenges that happen. And obviously you want to pick partners who are like in integrity to the relationship dynamic as well. And that plays a crucial role. But, there's that underlying reason that some of those things can happen that is very controllable and preventable. Now, some symptoms of this stage that you can check in with. Are you in that time period that I mentioned? Number one. Number two, are you fighting more? Do you find yourself fighting more all of a sudden? Number three, do you find yourself feeling more disconnected recently, like feeling like there's a barrier to connection? Number four, sometimes less emotional intimacy, but also sometimes less physical intimacy. Our next one is seeking attention outside of the relationship or trying to fill a need. And this may be something through behaviors, or this may just be in the fantasy realm for more avoidant attachment styles. And another one, which is a sort of positive one, is you may be a little bit more comfortable in this phase of a relationship. So you may feel like, okay, you're opening up a little bit more by nature. You're showing somebody like your inner world a little bit more. And that can come to a certain degree as well, as a last symptom of being in this stage with you potentially being in a situation where you feel like there's this comfort, but there's also maybe the discomfort of feeling like that high of the honeymoon phase is sort of fading. And there's sort of this trade-off that happens as it sort of shifts forms from being in that, like, high of the honeymoon phase to more comfortable, but maybe some challenges to start overcoming. So I want you to look at the power struggle phase of a relationship as being like a really beautiful opportunity, because we look at it and we go, oh, the power struggle phase, and gets a really bad rap. And there can be challenges in it for sure. Don't get me wrong. It is the phase that couples tend to break up the most in. But it's there to teach you how to communicate. It's there to help you discuss your needs and expectations. It's there to help you be clear and intentional about what you want, what your boundaries are, how you work together, what your trigger patterns are with one another, and how to break through those, which I teach a lot, by the way, in the How to Repair Any Relationship course. It's there to help you work on your core wounds and work through them and share and communicate them. And it's there to help you look at your internal triggers and work on the meaning you give to situations, and learn to like have a little bit of that ability to meet some of your own needs as well. So it's not there to like make us suffer unnecessarily or needlessly. It's there to actually teach us really powerful lessons that prepare us not only for life, but for the future stages of relationships overall. So hopefully that makes a lot of sense. I will do a little bit more about this soon. Please check out our 7-day free trial. It won't last long. This is like a one-time thing that we're doing as of right now. And I hope to see you on the other side. Thank you so much. And please, please like, share, and subscribe if you haven't already. I would super appreciate it. Have a wonderful day.